Okay, thanks for looking at this video with me. What I'm going to try to do is show you how we go from diigo notes to a summary. Okay? Typically, you highlight and then you make notes in diigo. Simple enough. Then once you've taken your notes, you extract them. And that's where it's handy to use Firefox instead of Internet Explorer. Okay. Then you've reached the point, once they're extracted, you extract and copy them to Word. Alright? And once they're in Word, they're a bit of a mess. So what you have to do is you take all of your notes and your highlighted notes, and you have to make them into a summary. And that's what this is. This is where I've taken them and reduced them to this short bit, and really this is too long. What I did first, the number one thing you do is you look for the purpose of the author, and once you've got the purpose down, you find out in your notes, okay, what the purpose is up here, and that's in your intro. Do jails have the right to strip search anyone in custody, even, see, there's a mistake there, let me red pencil, for minor offenses, if there's no reason to suspect the person is concealing a weapon, drugs, or other contraband? Okay, so that's the question that's at the heart of this. And of course the purpose of this is to suggest an answer to the question before the Supreme Court. The answer that they suggest is here. But they wait a little bit to let you have it. Okay? Alright. So we've got the purpose up here, which is in the form of a question. And we have the answer right here. Okay? So what is there ever a reason to strip search someone who has a minor offense? Down here it says no. Alright, next step. What happens in the body of the paper? Well, that's where your notes come in handy. You boil it down until you've got exactly what it is, what they want. And you can do this chronologically, like this is the first thing they talk about, this is the second thing, this is the third thing, this is the fourth thing. You can't include everything, so just do your best. In fact, this is still too long. This is info. It's kind of stark info, but it's important info. It tells you exactly what a strip search is. Okay? So you just summarize what the writers say a strip search is. Now I've made it a little more graphic than it ought to be, perhaps, but you get the idea. Secondly, here's the question that's answered. And the answer is that the Fourth Amendment forbids strip searches for minor offenses because they are unreasonable. And if you recall, the title of the article was Unreasonable Strip Searches. This is an example. In fact, this is what the case before the court is. this dude had this happen to him. He had no criminal activity. The outstanding warrant, I don't mention it there, wasn't even real. And he was twice strip searched when they took him to the jail, and he was arrested, and I didn't even say it, he was held for a week. Okay, that's the important information. In law school, this is called stating the case. Now, the next thing that they talk about is what we have talked about is the they say, I say part. What I mean is that he's trying to lay out both sides of the argument. Law enforcement has a reason for strip searches, their precaution to keep jail environments safe. The Fourth Amendment, on the other hand, forbids unreasonable searches, and this is where, I might have put this in another paragraph, but these are some stats that show 1 in 23,000 minor offenders who were strip searched had contraband. 1 in 23,000. That's an extraordinary figure. It's central to the case because Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor argued that evidence like this proves strip searches do not make jails safer. She says, we can't ignore empirical evidence. You get the idea. Of course, this is your conclusion. That's what they conclude. It's an okay summary. I think it'll do. And I hope this has been helpful to you. You've got a much longer one to do now, but keep at it and see if you can get it, whittle it down to between 10 to 20% of the original length of the article, Stephen Johnson's article about how watching TV makes us smarter. All right, that's it. Thanks.